Hi, my name is Matt Blum. I'm the Assistant Director of the Master's Economics programs here at the University at Buffalo. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Master's Economics application process. To begin with, we're going to go to the application website under Graduate, MA, and we click on Application Information. When you click on Application Overview, you'll get an idea of when to apply to the program. Please note that we only have fall semester admission process. Additionally, we admit master's students on a rolling admission basis beginning in January of 2013. However, you can submit application and application materials well before January 2013 in order to be considered for admission consideration. Since we are rolling admissions, you can expect a decision a week or two after you submit your application, depending upon the time of year of the spring semester. Please note, you must have a completed application in order to review. We don't make admission decisions without formal application materials. For international students, we strongly encourage you to apply as early as possible to account for the student visa process. This means that if you're admitted to the program, an I-20 and a visa can take anywhere from 1 to 4 months depending on the country that you're coming from. Again, processing an I-20 takes a lot of time, and if you wish to join our program, we encourage you to submit all application materials as soon as possible. There's links provided here for the international application process and the domestic application process. We're going to talk a little bit about the international application process for the master's program. Again, we encourage students to apply as early as possible because processing an I-20 takes a lot of time. For the application materials, the first thing that you'll do is submit an online application. I will talk about the online application and the instructions in another video. Second thing you'll need to supply are unofficial or official university transcripts. This means that you can upload unofficial transcripts to your application and they can be reviewed. Or if you want to submit original transcripts, you can submit them directly to me via mail. Please note, if you are admitted to the program and you have submitted unofficial documents, you will need to submit official documents upon arrival. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in the tutorial of the online transcripts. All applicants are required to submit GRE or GMAT scores. Please note that we don't have a minimum GRE or GMAT score for consideration. These scores can be no older than 5 years. A master's application will not be considered without official GRE or GMAT scores. Please note, you cannot upload GRE or GMAT scores. You must make arrangements to have GRE or GMAT scores submitted to the university in our department. For the GRE, our university code is 2925, department code 1801. For the GMAT, the university code is 2925, department code 1801. The application fee. We require a non-refundable fee of $75 with your application to the master's program. This can be submitted in a number of ways, either online when you submit the online application, or you can submit a check payable to the University at Buffalo. If you have any difficulties in regards to how to pay the application fee, please feel free to contact me. Reference letters. Reference letters are optional. They can be submitted one of 3 ways. They can be submitted on the online recommendation form. They can be submitted in a sealed envelope with your application materials sent directly to me, or your referee can email your recommendation letter directly to me. Please note, we cannot accept forwarded recommendation letters. Statement of purpose. You may elect to write a statement of purpose. That is optional. If you choose to write one, we will look for how our program best meets and best fits in with your career or educational goals. Resume is also optional, but if you choose to submit one, please limit it to 1 to 2 pages. TOEFL or IELTS. These tests are required from all international students unless exempted. And we're going to talk a little bit about the TOEFL requirements, which you can click here. The University of Buffalo requires a minimum TOEFL of 79 internet-based or 550 paper-based. Please note that the scores must be from within 2 years. This means that if you're applying for fall 2013, we'll accept TOEFL scores up from June 2011. If they're older than June 2011, you should probably consider taking another TOEFL examination for fall 2013 consideration. The University of Buffalo TOEFL code is 2925, and the economics TOEFL code is 84. Sometimes we get the question on TOEFL requirements, what happens if you get lower than a 550 or 79 on the TOEFL? There are times when international students don't achieve the minimum TOEFL score for consideration and receive conditional admission based on their TOEFL score. For example, if you score between 527 or 547 or 75 to 78 on an internet-based and you're admitted to our program conditionally, you would be required to take 6 weeks of English Language Institute before starting the Master's Economics program in fall 2013. If you score between 500 and 523 or 70 to 74 on the internet-based exam, then we will require 12 weeks of English Language Institute during summer 13 in order to start your economic classes in fall 2013. If you have questions about conditional admission or the TOEFL exam, please feel free to contact me directly. Some of you may have extensive English experience as an international student. We would consider a TOEFL waiver. You can read our TOEFL waiver policy. In order to be considered for a TOEFL waiver, we ask that students document as much English experience as possible. If you do choose to take the IELTS exam, the required minimum IELTS score is a 6.5 overall with no individual subscore below 6.0. So if you have a 6.5 and 4 of the sections are 6.0 but one section isn't, it's not meeting the minimum. The IELTS scores must be dated within 2 years of the time you choose to enroll. So for fall 2013, again, no scores no later than June 2011. If you're admitted to our program, you will be required to submit some documents in order to process an I-20. The I-20 is a form indicating to the U.S. government that you are eligible to study at the University of Buffalo. These documents include the University of Buffalo financial form, financial statements, and a copy of a passport bio page. Again, these documents are not required in order to apply to the University at Buffalo. They are just required if you are admitted and an I-20 needs to be processed. For domestic students, the application process is very similar with the exception of some of the requirements needed for international students. The University of Buffalo online application, again uploading official or official or unofficial university transcripts, and GRE or GMAT scores. Application fee, reference letters being optional, statement of purpose being optional, and the resume being optional. If you have any questions about the application process, please feel free to contact me, and please look at the next video in regards to how to fill out an online application.